find anything for me.
Right, last map, 2-2. We made it to a 5th map. Fnatic on defense, Heretics on attack.
Final map, Fnatic on defense.
Yep.
Team Heretics,
Yeah.
not too shabby on their attacks.
And Sova starts picking up the orb over towards Ace, stacking, and we have seen this pistol before. It is Cage into plant, into TP, here, into round the world, to jump up to here, and we get the plant. There is no way Fnatic don't know about this. It is the Coach Potatoes pistol. Mini knows about this.
13 HP, not looking so lucky. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn, Fnatic starting to take strides through this now. Down to Rien's boot. And we're looking for those lineups, but look at the back line, going to be fought for, going to be challenged. Oh my god,
huge from Boaster.
4 for him.
Yeah.
Beautiful work.
They pulled out the Coach Potatoes pistol. That's so funny. I mean, we stole it from G2 Goes, and they did it first in when was that? 2022.
Getting that classic kill right here.
Yeah, that was a big kill.
Got that Ghost, got the next 3 kills because that Ghost. 1, 2.
Real nice.
Giant.
One of the things that Boaster does really well on this map is on the attack side, getting those flanks off mid doors on the post plants, and looks like here on pistol round, getting a lot of impact on that flank, pushing through B, getting behind the back lines.
Ring sign.
Something that Team Heretics is definitely going to have to pay attention to throughout this
They're
entire
doing
game.
that stuff. I thought they would have mixed up their pistol a little bit.
And I don't know what would be, but we need some confidence back with Heretics, I feel. Kind of under the heel of Fnatic, starting to feel a little bit more of that pressure. Speaking of, already Chronicle going to be put to task. Miniboot looking to try and find a fair fight, and Chronicle's giving him nothing. Ends
Yeah,
him
but the
away.
rotate came in,
On the other
and
side
Durka is on his own, but he has the best gun for this.
Ready to go. Beautiful. That's the spike as well. He'll be happy enough with that. Hard now to close that gap. Find any sort of small win conditions or silver linings here for Heretics in this round.
Time to jump.
A fake shown pretty early on for Heretics. Leo cleaning up. But I mean, if we're going to see...
It's a good person to get that all online early. Honestly, they may have like 2 of the better ones for defense. Boasters and Leos.
Like a few different people. The Sova was shown. I think maybe we also saw Woot getting his knife.
You can still shoot. Yeah, dude's going to want it to be over fast, so maybe that's spurring him on.
Fakes, double fakes, pumps, audibles in store throughout the entire game? I hope so.
Yeah, that'd be nice. We'll see a flawless in the second. This bonus will have a bit of danger to it, obviously for Heretics.
Yeah, it's a great bonus. We got Outlaw, 1-shot potential on Benji.
A little rough going forward.
3.
Big info early.
No space taken from Fnatic, just the bolstering up of the B site.
Okay, they just won the orb from it.
The double lurk insert for Team Heretics means that all this play right here, it means it could be another one of those fakes. They have the drone.
And we're going to see this a lot. We're going to see this a lot on the for both sides. This real slow play. Everyone's just trying to make sure this happens, right? That we have the TP committed, and that whatever side they hit, if the Yoru isn't there, they can't TP over towards the other side.
A little bit of a challenge. Did it catch? Just one.
Just the Yoru.
They hit the Yoru, but they don't get too much info. But they decide to leave B itself, and they go aggro short, and they still have the TP here. And now he repositions. Hit a shot on Minibu maybe as well. Yeah, and they must just thinking Durka's everywhere at the moment. They need a savior.
24 seconds, we need to see value across
yeah,
the map.
Benji's getting a bit proactive. I don't know if he hears this at middle or not.
Durka finally going to be pushed off this back line. As Benji does find that value in middle. 13 seconds now. They need help on the site, and Rienz is going to give them that.
Oh wow, that's an impressive round from these two.
Out of nowhere, they find the safety.
Oh wow, that's a very impressive round from those two. Holy. And he gets the plant and he gets his ult. Giant play. He's actually looking really good. Fnatic did I loved how proactive they were. It was sick.
Gotta definitely stop the momentum that Fnatic's been building up over the last 2 maps. You know, potential reverse sweep coming in after Team Heretics had 2 maps in a row. BO3 would have been over.
Enemy down.
Fnatic crawling their way back. Team Heretics have the Hunter's Fury for this round. And with the way that everything's been going today, they definitely need to invest their ults before things get out of hand. They cannot.
Again, looks like it's a pretty simple round with the ult. Over towards B. 3 people here for 2 people here for Fnatic.
That was ambitious.
Yeah, a nice try. Doesn't stick the landing at all. Boast has got to be careful now. Oh, clean. Leo, got a little more for us there. They just slipped to safety behind the wall. The rest of Fnatic responded.
Well, there is a lot of people here. They might not feel comfy to try plant.
They've kind of slipped Rien's a little bit deeper at this point.
Pixel gets dumped.
2 on the
When
side
does
still. Benji
Rins decide to get
is
involved?
They're just stacked up on each other.
Oh my, it's a double.
Oh dearie me, Rien's is not going to be happy about this one. Lovely shot on 1, but 3, not going to happen.
Ooh.
Fnatic right back into the action. Fuse on the way.
Dude, Leo,
Yeah, a
man.
little bit of a problem on the site there.
How'd you get a double?
KO Molly combined with Leo, double shocks onto the spike plant spot. And 2 players there caught after that first crit. That was a nice shot from Leo.
Oh boy, that was actually lovely.
Kills. Now Team Heretics, investing that Hunter's Fury into the round, they're going to be able to string together a little bit of a buy
How have
there.
they got a buy here? They're not missing anything?
I
Just
do
all
like
light
the
armor?
concept that they had with like these. It
Yeah,
looks
just
like they were
literally
spec default. It looked
all
like
light
they were
armor.
waiting
Well,
for Fnatic to
not
push
even.
through
We
on
take
the
a hit of 1 gun, we
round
got
4
3 light
last.
armors.
But what ended up happening is they wanted to group and actually do a B hit. I would love to see them doing a split or a fake. Like, it would bring me so much joy to see a well-executed fake or split right now. And it looks like we're gearing up for a split this round.
Hey, there you go. Maybe a little bit of happiness in your life, Josh. Wouldn't that be
bit.
lovely?
You know,
It's a little
some
bit
happiness
crazy.
sprinkled here and
When
there.
they exec, does Leo pop his ult?
Works, but the concept seems
Decoy.
brilliant. They're very close towards door. They kind of get in the space they would want,
But all the info from
Yeah,
Fnatic.
they're so proactive on B right now.
and Leo's going to know a fair amount. I mean, not everything, but enough.
These guys are going too slow.
They've lost all that momentum, all that potential to really catch them off guard. Just not going to really do much here. And gonna know Benji Fishy too. The information is good. Leo's
Who plays close though? As soon as this wall goes down, they're in a bit of
very
trouble,
well for himself, to
Fnatic.
say the very least. And
Or
Fnatic's
not,
surprised.
man.
Not
Wow, that is
shout.
crazy
What is
sick.
going on?
Durka just...
Getting stronger and stronger
As soon as
As
soon as they kill the Cypher in Tube, the trip goes down and Durka just has perfect timing for the flank
I don't even
here.
know if Team Heretics realizes that Fnatic actually pushed through B there. And if they don't realize this early, then what's going to happen is Team Heretics, if they keep doing these slow approaches, it looks like they use their abilities at the start of the round just to get into a position, and they wait there until the next interval, around 1 minute left, or about 55 seconds. That's when they're going to do their next hit. If they're waiting around for this and Fnatic catches that timing, it's going to be game over for Heretics. They need to either speed up, or they need to add some fakes and layers to it.
The options are there for them. And normally I feel like Heretics are very good at that. So watching them crumble a little here worries me. And it's not the start you'd have wanted for a close game either, almost. This almost indicates that we're getting close to quite a one-sided affair.
It's definitely looking in the favor of Fnatic here. And from what I've seen, like, the fact that I've brought up 3 times already about how Heretics needs to do this, needs to do that, and
And they at least discover the trip is here.
That is a very scary situation for these guys. It needs to come out, because if I say this one more time, I don't know. I feel like Fnatic's going to run away with the half.
Yeah. I'm wondering when we get the timeout potentially, or when that comes in, because it's not in this round. You've only got sheriffs here. There's nothing.
Okay, so they discover the trip with the
towards those ults, 'cause they're very nearby.
fake clone. They shock it, so it creates pressure here.
Some key pieces that can be really, really valuable, but
Time to jump.
gonna have to try and connect on a player, get a plant, do something.
Does this come up?
Looking to end towards the B site. 3-2 split. Chronicle gonna try and delay towards main. Still got 2 flashes. 38 seconds. Heretics now at the door. Chronicle not feeling too much pressure yet, but he will be now. Isolates 1. But look at Fnatic. Cool, calm, collected, not looking threatened in the slightest. And Rien's would have to go nuclear to make something out of this. Again, the shock darts doing work. It's Leo doing Leo things. And looking like he wants this round done.
2 bullets.
This would need a lot. Oh my god, hold on!
1v1.
1v1. Leo suddenly has to really lock this down because Rienz has made something.
Oh boy, he had a chance, man. That was nuts. 2 bullets left. He actually got both of them. That was impressive.
Fnatic get 5.
Yeah, the individuals look like they're getting it close, but he won round.
Right target. Well, I guess the left target technically. 5th round for Fnatic though, and they've got some good ults. They've got Durka. He's got his ulti with Yoru. Chronicle's got his as well. He's gonna cancel out some ultis, but I mean on the other side, Wood's got his Hunter Fury on Rienz. That could get canceled out easily by Chronicle. Nice timeout. Team Heretics making a plan for what's going on here. They have so many ultis to use. They can combo them really well. I mean, it's great to combo.
Right now,
that could be
Durka is his ult, and Fnatic always normally do that insta ult from B. And it could be tempting to call that because obviously when they're thinking about a new plan, it's nice to call something aggro on defense. We'll see, but it did fail last time, and they have used it like 4 times, so I kind of hope we don't see it.
Actually, was that the round they won? Might have been
10-1.
Yeah,
I think it was the round they won.
10-1, money's so good, he's rebuying armor, even though I think he's on 25.
Maybe get some shocks on hulls, maybe get Benji inserted a little bit. I mean, he's been up middle once before. Get him activated a little bit. Maybe get action through hulls. We haven't seen that yet. They have such good ultis to spam here. It all starts with 1 round.
But I feel like it's getting away from Heretics. You know, it's not
100%.
I feel like if you played this without the pressure, without it being 5th map, without the chance,
Gonna be a
of
little
it
bit
being
weird.
one of those, you know,
Do these
turnaround
ults
events,
combo
Heretics
well?
could have already come up with the concept, executed
This
it
could
better.
cancel this.
It's rare we see them looking this lost without an answer. It reminds me a little of the international events, and that's what worries me, that you get these close games, sure, but this isn't even getting close. And actually, well, Dirk is giving them an entry, giving them a chance at this. Yeah, info, sure, but still. This is a lot on one-man shoulders. Chronicle trying to back away to a little bit of safety, so he's got some sustainability. And Miniboo trying to close that gap. Hunter's Fury, here we go. They need some connections on this. The flash not
Impressive.
Chronicle's still alive.
That was impressive. He got him. And he pops his ult, so he does. Yeah, so he's resable. And then Leo might just bait him, as they think he's going to get rezzed.
Okay, they know about Alpha, though.
Recon just misses him.
And Boaster on the flank. It's all on one. Leo now. Can he do anything with this? 1v4.
Bide his time a little bit. Wait for Team Heretics to mess up.
The Trips owned him.
It's getting trickier now. Knife's not a problem.
Oh wait, the Trip hasn't owned him. I was so short as to the wall on the right.
Great work from Boo to keep that in mind.
Heretics want to keep this real clean. So much money for Fnatic. Leo might as well go for it.
The window looking pretty shut here. They're toying with him. They're playing time well. You can already see the mid positioning too. Making sure, being that security system, making sure there's no threat to this. And you can see he's trying it. Leo gave it a damn good go, but finally an answer back. But would you say that's a complete answer, or was that, hey, they had a really nice start to it, they used the combos well enough to get the job done? It kind of just crossed the T's, dotted the I's.
Fnatic definitely started there. They were a little too proactive. Peek out, Durka gets taken out immediately. Because Team Heretics, they're just gripped there. They're, you know, getting in position to do something. Fnatic's like, hey, I'm going to offer out my life. Then they get the combo off with the Yoru ulti plus, you know, the Hunter's Fury. They end up taking out Chronicle, but not before Miniboo goes down.
Okay, yeah, ends up being a pretty big win for Heretics because they got that KO out of them as well.
3 rounds, Team Heretics. I mean, this
I
is
think that Leo could have
you don't want to get
probably gone to do damage there.
You're on map 5 of best of 5 grand finals.
It helps the money, him staying alive.
You know, boys become men.
That is true. Big players make big plays in big games, and this is one of them. Ready though, Heretics. That was just a flash in the pan. We need to see consistency
Shock
to this
meant to
now.
break this trip.
Dirk's got the ult on the other side, so does
I like
Root.
this change up as well. So Alpha's Trip in Tube has been getting shot, so he decides to open the door and do an aggro one. Wait, or is that the Trip middle? Oh yeah.
Chronicle pretty close by as well.
I like this Trip middle.
Here comes the pivot point.
This Trip middle definitely makes sense because when we watched Fnatic last time, they dueled quite a lot over towards there.
The null command to deny all those trips if Alpha is close enough.
It's playing by stairs. That hat, the fedora just peeking above the stairs, but Benji's timing is everything in this. Who get to? Durka gonna show his hand, but there's still Chronicle on the side.
They always play someone here.
Very obvious. Very on the nose.
Oh no, he flashed himself.
Oh no. And he gets one as well. The giant kill from Boo and Benji. Leo?
It's him and Boaster against the world right now, and they're doing well. Woot's gonna fall, 55 HP. Leo outdone.
Oh, sick round from Boo, man.
And the 1v2 for Boaster. The pistol round was outrageous.
Like this from Benji. Last seen over towards...
Benji showed himself over at mid doors, but he's rotated around. They know exactly where Boaster is.
Let him do the speaking for me.
Benji tipped his fedora a little bit earlier in the round. And Boaster waiting for Benji to show his face.
And there it
sick
is.
round from Boo, man.
Put out. Boo finding Boaster.
Really sick round.
Another step in the right direction for Heretics, getting a little closer in this game. Not clear-cut anymore. 2 consecutive rounds. Slowing things down a little bit here, taking their time. I mean, that was almost a tragedy in motion, but, you know, in the end it got handled.
Spike down A.
But are we seeing enough that it's kind of making you confident in the form of Heretics being able to close the gap now? Or is this just...
It's getting closer, but it's not.
Whoa.
But are we seeing enough that it's kind of
Time Traveler.
making you confident in the form of Heretics being able to close the gap now? Or is this just...
Why does this happen every
closer,
so
but
often?
it's not all the way there yet. Like,
Yep.
Heretics needs to... I mean, it's still a little bit sloppy, right? The execution of it's a little bit sloppy. Maybe flashing himself there. Chronicle hiding in the corner, able to peek out and get another one in the side. But step by step, you know, you can't run before you can crawl.
Durka has his ult, committed over towards middle.
Benji on the way back. Maybe another heavy A hit.
A little switch up here though. Boaster kind of being more front line. You're going to have towards the back Chronicle this time. Boaster's playing, oh my god.
Yeah, Boaster's playing
No, this is, yeah.
crazy bold.
I was going to say, he needs to get out of there because it's going to be way too risky. But
They have
already
no
many people
idea
on the
this guy's
site. I
over
don't know
towards
if
site.
Chronicle knows about this.
Yeah, they have
It's gonna
no
be a
idea.
timing peek in a few seconds here. Maybe they're waiting for the next wall and he's going to take a timing, but they do not know about Mini Boo.
Don't. But I don't know how they want to try and activate him
Flash
now.
through?
It's a little bit tricky.
Because...
It's big info there. Oh, okay.
Whoa,
He
I
gets
stuck
it.
the
I was-
landing,
I
wasn't
was a bit worried.
super.
Like a flash peek.
Boaster.
Whoa.
Oh my
Whoa.
god. Oh Jesus.
Oh, I thought he was
Leo
going to get like
almost took them
4.
all down like bowling pins, and they're just trying to stranglehold them now. Here we go. Fnatic in their faces. Durka sees them all, but Benji's still here. Mini Boo on the side. Durka in between them. None the wiser. Leo on the punish, and now 2 left alive. Benji and Boo. The HP not pretty, and Durka doing the damage with the Hunter's Fury.
Wow, nice.
The catch
Dude,
from Leo in the
insane
end.
round from Leo, just util-wise. Shout out to Boaster for the molly as well. He did so much with the molly.
At least like, what, 6?
250
Easily.
maybe?
2 in 1 round.
Yep.
He did
Had
so
something
much
there. I mean,
damage with
this
that.
guy is something else.
14 and 2.
What an animal. Well, that's one way to take the wind out of Heretics' sails, huh?
This is one of the like prime examples. I feel.
Oh
that
my god.
I thought I was gonna do
like,
more.
they're in such a good spot, but I feel like they're very rarely like in a position like this where they just didn't know what to do with it. They're like, they found themselves in the situation. All right, Mini Boo's in a great position. How are we gonna do this? And they kind of just put up the wall and cross the site together.
Double
Let
flash
that
for middle.
opportunity develop a little bit.
Whoa.
Missed chance and a missed
That's
round.
a
Fnatic
sick
now, though, up to
flash.
6.
With the
Heretics
set
held on
peek
3.
behind it. Just goes round the corner. That is really cool.
Now,
That's strong as hell.
no ults to bank on. Alpha's
That
got
Nismo flash, really?
It's not gonna
Legit.
much here. Looking like they might want to explore the map a little further, but we are seeing Benji in that similar position. towards
I've
the
seen the Yoru one off
Benji's
the
got
box,
full map
but
control,
that is
forcing
like a
Heretics. He's
pure
got the
poppy
peek
that
trip, the camera for elbow
swing is
bushes.
so instant.
Just keeping an eye on that every now and then. Gonna control the rotations mid doors and be that late backstab.
They still need to win the fight on A, which Chronicle and Boaster are doing enough to make it such a hindrance, and they've still got this man here who's going to play ahead of this. Durka puts his life on the line and slips away. Got a little bit deadly, but it's fine. Fnatic hold the line and they stall the push. Oh, Chronicle, big shot towards Boot. And they're just starting to struggle to stick the landing, but it's Mini Boo and Woot to find 2. They open up the chance, the mid-crunch comes in, Benji shows his hand. Now Leo and Alpha.
Do they decide to save?
Watch out for those shock darts where they've been
Two
let
people that
loose
can't
now.
buy next 2 guns, it's an easy call.
Looks like they're already looking to save just because their economy is not looking too great. 2 versus 4. They still have a round lead. They're looking to keep that, maintain that. I like the change from Team Heretics there. Getting that 1-1-3 A split. Benji coming late mid doors. Boo coming through the Hall's door, and 3 coming from the front.
That worked really well for them. You were kind of hoping to see that. You were looking for splits. You were looking for kind of like, you know, exploring the rest of the map a little more, kind of putting Fnatic under the pressure that Heretics have been feeling, and we're seeing the reward for that now.
The only dangerous thing that they can run into when they do something like that is the fact that they're not really exploring. Yes, they have the deep trip on B. Yes, they have the camera for elbow. It will tell them and alert them to Fnatic pushing through, getting, you know, retaking map control, but it doesn't tell them what Fnatic's setup is. So Fnatic, for all Heretics knows, could be 4 people on A. They have no idea until they actually get out with the drone.
Let's go.
One of these rounds, I've seen Fnatic do gamble sacks before. They've been putting 4 people at the right site before. Just a matter of making the stars align a little
This
bit.
is a
Okay, we've got Miniboo
big rounds, because you win this, probably 6, because this would be like 2,500 basically.
Early denial of information.
Benji needs to take out this camera. I don't know if he knows about it. Team Heretics.
Yeah, this
all of it.
cam
We haven't really
might get
seen
them a
this,
lot.
Where they're all the way up mid.
A very different look. That's going to cause the Aldrone to come out from Leo to re-clear. Sees nothing, not going to know any players that have progressed up there. So
Okay,
not
that's
gonna
good
pull
from
through plays where
Benji.
He does find the camera.
Big win.
You can see the response as well. Chronicle coming closer as well. So they've caused a bit of a ripple
They're
effect
gonna
here.
fake this round.
Okay, fake
They're gonna
A.
use Yaru ulti maybe as a fake, and he's gonna end up back to B with the rest of his team. Owl drone as well.
Oh, does the molly hit the guy droning? Yes, it does. That was a lovely molly from Boaster.
There's the TP. Wait and see them get towards B side.
There was a rotate with this. Yeah, they did what they tried to, what it was intended to do. Got 1 kill trip on site.
They can still do damage. Alpha. Oh my god! Picking up from split. Looking so deadly, and Leo's on the side.
He's
Benji
so
makes an
good.
appearance
B site is
by
just
now.
on
His
lockdown.
team are in tatters.
Benji plays it
It's
very
Benji.
smart. Oh, that's so unlucky. He played it smart because he knew this guy was
Just
next to him.
alive. And Leo's handing them. I mean, Fnatic coming into their own here, Josh. This is starting to look
Yeah, a lot of money for them as well
worrying
after
for
that.
Heretics.
The idea is the concepts from Team Heretics are there. The execution is lacking. No Viper wall to sell that fake on A. It means that as soon as like they see the drone, oh, it's just the Euro spotting us. Wait, where's the wall? There's no wall here? Okay, it's gonna be a B hit.
Nice.
Just getting there. Alpha getting those first 2. You know, Vandal, like in close position, that's a phantom range fight. But Team Heretics, yeah, just letting this one slip. They do have the Hunter's Fury still. They can definitely use this on a
16
split
to
if they go
2.
fast up mid doors here and use that Hunter's Fury. Even if it's blind on the stairs, that might be enough.
The buy still lacking. Desperate to get 5 rounds here. Fnatic already looking strong. Rien's trying to pressure towards Boaster. The rest of the split coming through the double doors, having more Chronicles. Focus, Durka at the front. It's actually Miniboo to isolate towards Boaster. Good trade from Chronicle in the end.
Yeah, no one knows about Durka yet though.
Pressure, and Durka is on a bit of an island
Oh.
here. Let's see when he decides to back away. He doesn't want to. He doesn't have to.
His reposition could be good here.
Fnatic taking another step closer to closing out on this half in an incredibly strong fashion. It's all been seen. Benji trying to do the dance, but Leo doesn't have to entertain it. Wu tries to swing, and he misses, and it's down to Benji in a 1v4 here. Now a 3. Ouch. What are you going to do here? 3 players, 3 positions. 30 seconds. Oh, they're not giving him it. Fnatic, very strong close.
Very strong half. 8.
It's looking really scary for Team
Yeah, they gotta
Heretics
get a pistol.
here. Having the first 2 in their pockets. And letting it slip away. And this is probably, you know, eating at them again. How many lineups?
Yeah, I remember that, Nix. I'm not gonna lie.
Team Heretics just way too close to each other. No space in between each
Really
other. They're
good,
getting
nice
Oh, he
lined
tabbed
up
out there.
consistently. There's got to be like the
The 1v3 on stairs, he
instance
tabbed
of
out.
2 people just being like
Devastating.
taped together. Pistol round for Fnatic. Attack side, Team Heretics. If they want to stop the bleeding, it needs to be here. It needs to be now.
It's got to be a tall task, massive test. But if you want to be considered the best in the region to win the finals, you've got to be able to overcome challenges like this. The world where we're seeing this reverse sweep become a possibility comes down to this half. Fnatic on the attack.
Look
See
at
Heretics
this.
now defending with 4 rounds to their name.
The heavy
The
lean
composure, all the
on A.
experience. Going to be tested now.
Kind of came out of nowhere as well. Fnatic,
Time to jump.
not a great season, but if they can all turn it around here, that's all that matters.
This is nice from Heretics. They want to shut down Tube pretty early.
Mini Boo noted. You can see all of this building up here. 2 players.
Do
with that
they
big
expect
presence. Look at them
this?
hurting them,
Timing is so
forcing them.
good.
They got no idea. Boo is on a platter. Durka puts him in his
3
grave, and
people
Alpha
Tube
wants
as
in.
well.
Gonna get one, actually. Gets traded out here. This is still Benji and Mini Boo alive. Now, Mini Boo's been spotted, so he's got to be careful about this. Leo, attention turned elsewhere. They're closing the gap towards the site. Look at Benji Fish's position. They're so close by to this. Be careful, 'cause as soon as
Dude,
that
Leo's
drops,
in such a strong pause.
real close to catching
Not a
the
good
glimpse
plant
of
for him,
Boaster
though.
there. They're a little ahead of maybe where they expected, but Durka's going to see them. Miniboo's one step forward, turns the flash. Counter swing from Boaster. It's really on a knife's edge now. Boaster's going to look for that timing. Got to be careful, though. And Leo there, they're all just trying to make them fight for this. They're trying to pull at them from
Yeah,
all
look at the
sides.
crossfire.
Fnatic gonna
They
pick
all
up
played
the
it
first
so
pistol in
well.
that second half. My, oh my, another step to potentially the first reverse sweep we've seen here in EMEA. There's double digits now, just 1 round away, and 10 is theirs.
Comeback Kings with the 2-0. Yeah, it's pretty insane. They've been doing it all playoffs, to be honest. Losing first halves heavy.
This is where, you know, the experience comes in. Hopefully you paced yourself. Hopefully you didn't just like use all the energy on those first 2 games just to win and get 2 maps up. What's left in the tank?
That's it. That is the question now. This is when you see those big players come online if they can, right? Can they summon any more strength? Is there anything they can bring up here? Fire the boys back up, bring that confidence. Where's that same flair and firepower and beauty to Valorant we were seeing before from Heretics? We need a little bit of that. Show us that magic here, because right now, maybe not in this
The
round.
usual.
But Fnatic are
2
really
deaths allowed.
starting to turn up here. And again, simplistic in approach, really. Walking into a stack, however, could cause problems.
Mainly classics, at least.
Yeah, only 2 of those sheriffs. That's with Miniboo and Woot, so keep your eyes out for KO.
Oh,
Yoru. Woot has found Durka. Okay.
Recon's good.
Okay, that's 2.
Hold on, we're getting there now.
Big
Do they
duel at
continue
middle.
on this? Look at Benji Fishy as well, trying to keep eyes.
Benji has a classic,
Where Alpha's
though.
coming from.
Doesn't matter.
That's why you gotta watch out for him. Hold on. Leo now tries to lead a little further forward. Is this where it starts? Do they find the fire they desperately needed to spur them on here? Leo is doing damage.
Oh, God.
That's a little
Oh my
bit
God.
left. Oh God, he's taking a lot himself though. Down to 14. It ain't happening.
Holy, do they get
Heretics
all the
not out
guns?
of it yet. 5
Do they
rounds.
pick up the 3
They get the
guns? That is a
upgrades,
giant
please, they can.
round.
They get themselves situated moving forward.
So good with sheriffs.
Man, you really don't expect that to happen with these
Whoa.
classics. Rian's, I think, got 2 with the classic there, too.
Yeah, the recon
1
was great,
through
though.
With his scan.
1 enemy.
There's the second one, and Benji getting one at mid doors as well. And it's just like, in this game, really, you can never count it out. You always have to just make sure that you're
Okay, only picked up 2 of the
fully aware of
guns.
everything that's happening,
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
every gun is viable and every round is winnable, especially when ultimates come online.
This could light a fire under them.
One more to convert here, just to at least get a
Alpha
little bit of
Hero
a
gun
buffer.
just takes a timing. Rens doesn't look on top of it.
Little bit.
Oh, he didn't carry a gun.
By. He's got a Guardian.
Miniboo has an inkling.
Yeah, he look.
Ooh.
Just kidding.
My camera is destroyed.
Okay, so how much does he get from this? Not much now. I was kind of hoping we'd see a little bit of impact from it, but I think now with the time passing, no pressure towards main, you start considering middle, right? There's that internal.
Just a whole round
This
where
starts
Alpha
to
can
tick.
just do what he wants.
And Alpha just taking that space middle now. Chronicle behind. Okay, maybe opting for a little bit of a look towards the B side, perhaps. A couple of players here already, though. Be too easy. Can he find anything? A pixel out of place, perhaps? No one's given him an inch. Heretics playing very disciplined.
This round's anything but quick or brief.
Yeah, but I think most of the runs are going to be like that.
Fnatic look to posture towards A.
Same thing we talked about earlier with TP.
Moments of the round. Viper walls on B, so they're not going to have it here, but they're splitting through mid door, so it doesn't matter.
Renz is in a solid spot.
Like this pull in the fake.
Yeah, but no one over towards A, mate.
The other side here, Rienz is going to catch Chronicle, and Alpha's been
Oh,
handled.
Combo looks alright.
Looking for that Guardian again. That's now in the hands of Boaster. Plant is in. Rienz still farming up here. This is going to need to be something out of this world, and it's not. Heretics another
Nice
step.
double armor rebite. That's
Another
it.
step
One gun.
closer. They're up out of the chair. They know it's even in rounds like this, up against a Guardian, some bits and pieces. These are the
Why do
rounds
they walk
still
towards
need
B? They're
close
just
in
trying to
on.
get a pick.
Another step in the right direction.
Like the
This
whole
is the
thing
big
is just to
test
try to
here.
get a pick
This
with
gun round
Guardian.
coming up,
So.
9-6. Will Team Heretics get their 7th round? Fnatic's going to be probably on eco, and then it's going to be, you know, you're getting close to your ults. That's when we're going to have a game on our hands. So, Team Heretics, what do you have in store for us in your defense? I love the door being open, setting up that crossfire on A site with the Silva on the back of the site, the Viper in the halls, just being able to keep the elevation, the high-low. Shock darts. Hunter's Fury online for the defense. Durka with his ultimate for the attack. We've seen Fnatic pumping these fakes on split. We saw them doing it
Knife hits the Cypher.
on Lotus a little bit as well.
Double
We see them
push
doing it
short.
here. This is the prime map for the
Oh
fakes.
man, he's so focused on it.
This
Alpha is so
catching Alpha
focused
just
on the
as he peeled
decoy.
away, a second in it. And now Fnatic gonna have to work with less, working with 4. Do they just drift back towards the A site? They've got a little bit of mid control still in the form of Boaster. Got a pressure towards Tube coming out from Durka, but Heretics can gamble the extra body. They can put players towards this, but Durka's gone pretty far on this now.
Does this clear this?
Durka has his ulti, so he could get out if he needs to.
Trade, okay. She can't quite even the
Viper
score up here yet. Got 4-3. Chronicle trying
This
to close
comes in,
in,
surely.
finding some safety for the plant, which is going down now. Hunter's Fury gonna come in, look for a connection. Leo doing the dance here. You can see it being posted down, but look who's leaning forward. It's Chronicle getting involved, and in their faces, Boo and Rienz now have their work cut out.
Oh.
Stunning combination as Rienz put to task, put to challenge. and picks up the
Holy.
hit.
The recovery on this
Force
is
it to 10.
very impressive, man.
Heretics left, held on 6.
It was looking so good for Team Heretics as well. They were such a
Yeah,
in a
dodge
good
in the
winning
hole. I
position
mean,
there. Booster
Chronicle
winning
did
that
great.
duel on Benji kind of made everything just fall apart. Heretics, they really didn't have any answers to that. They speed up on the site, and they're getting picked off. Chronicle pushing forwards.
Big round from him. Look,
Dude,
at, this
look
as well.
at that.
Love a little bit of KO aggression, flashing through the wall.
Alpha's getting pumped up. Still got Dirk with that ult.
Guns up for both teams.
Yep. Just kind of like a default, right? Look how deep Fnatic are sitting. They're just like, all right, let's just chill for a second, see what's happening.
This would pretty much be the game done if Heretics lose this.
Maybe giving a little bit too much space and respect to Team
Actually,
Heretics
just a
there.
giant round for everyone.
Mid-fight potential.
Does that
We
give
could
it
do it
away?
with a
There's
flash.
3 on each to come by next.
It's so close,
Oh,
right? 'Cause
it's
both of them are
2
looking
at
for
middle,
small gaps
it looks
they
like.
can potentially work with.
Wait, they might have a
Ultimate
good read here. There's only
They're just
one
gonna
over
throw
towards
more out on
B.
this one. What does- hey, what do you do
And they
if
get a
you
full
just
sight
start?
here.
You
It's got
just
to be a
gonna sat
retake.
here? How do you keep your life? How do you play it? Valuable enough? Try and maybe slip away, play CT. Is this going to be a full retake potentially? I think it is.
Yeah, it looks
Plant
like
gonna
it.
come in,
Nice
maybe a
retake.
pre-take almost? Yeah, they're trying to speed up on this one. Miniboo taking a couple of steps forward and taking down
Whoa.
Durka.
Oh.
What is that? Heretics cleaning until then. Alpha still standing.
Wow, that was
finally
impressive.
falls, and it's on Leo, but this guy can clutch
So,
up. But
hold
this
up.
is a tall challenge.
This way.
Knife up.
Taking his time here. Having to accept that, but he's slowly being encroached upon. Still, presence coming his way. 68 HP. He's found a 1v1. The time's ticking. Rienz.
Yeah, 40 had a good chance for this. Damn, this retake was pretty sick. Yeah, they're talking about it now. The fact that they TP'd here, then flashed over towards the back. They fast flooded the back here. The Yoru into the flashes, into the recon, like they saved so much util.
Team Heretics, if they want
That KO
this,
flash that you
they
just
wanna
saw there, that
stop
was
Durka
incredible.
sweep. They need to string multiple rounds in a row. One by one is not good enough. Benji standing up, getting his team pumped.
Yep.
Yeah, and Fnatic got eco.
He's giving it.
Yeah, it was really, really sick. So it was recon here, TP here with the flash beyond,
How he doesn't, you know,
Yeah.
and
talk to
did
the
this
other team,
pathing.
but
I know,
he's doing it now.
that looked into it. I mean, we have gotten the distance. You're holding off the reverse sweep, as you said. Every right to get pumped up. Now, you got to keep in mind the buy here. Alpha's your danger man. Maybe Leo on the other side. Couple of ults, couple of bits. But again, the economy's not great. Benji's still just on that guard. Ooh, a little bit of damage there for Alpha. Careful now. You're meant to be the one who can do as much as possible.
This is nice from Miniboo. He's hearing all of this. They got a punish setup over towards middle.
Careful in middle, and they play it well. They don't get pressure down too hard, too heavy. Actually, we're going to give them a follow-up as well. This is nice. Not allowing Fnatic too much damage so far. Woot does go down in the end, but again, we're looking at Alpha and Boaster. Very tricky to gap close on this. Maybe that Vandal in Alpha's hands could open up a chance. Okay, that's sickening. That's sickeningly good. 3 more. Oh my god, why does he look so scary? It's fine.
Yeah, everyone's
Three
hitting
standing.
shots.
10 to 8 now. We're getting there, Josh. We might just have a very close game on our hands.
I like what Team Heretics does there at middle.
Okay.
They accidentally find, you know, Turka or whoever it was at middle.
Yep.
But what are they doing it for? They're doing it for Boaster. They know that, hey, if it's an A hit, you guys, Boaster's gonna come here late. We're gonna deal with him. Boaster likes putting up the wall for A from middle. We're gonna hold for that. If you guys want to go A through A main, cool. We have stairs, we have yellow, we have backside, we have mid doors, we have a crossfire setup.
Yep.
You go B, cool. We're in a position, early, big flank. So I really like the adjustment there from Team Heretics. They didn't get like their primary objective, but they accidentally got, you know, a secondary objective.
Yeah. And it's Fnatic.
The thing that Heretics are doing good at the moment is all the pressure of shutting down Tube.
But there have been 4 rounds now gained. Heretics, right? If you look
Yeah,
at this half, they've
been
really
doing
done
that.
quite well here to
Like
min-max their value out of this.
when they normally attack
Couple
on
of
this, they
ults
go
played
Tube
as well.
all the time.
Fnatic held on 10 for a couple
I
rounds.
haven't
here.
really had a chance
Now
to
they
do that
have
because the smoke's there.
Fury, they have the Viper Spear. They've got a couple of options. They got some very nearby. Chronicles is very close too. So it's time for a check-in. Now, of course, even when Fnatic
Hello,
pull
Yampy.
this
How we
time out,
doing?
Heretics can talk as well.
Blue
So
cheese
good
or
opportunity for
licorice?
them to get
Jesus,
themselves
bro.
prepared, potentially tee up how they
Blue
will look
cheese,
this
I
round.
guess.
No one built up a
Because
fully
licorice is...
flush economy. No one's
Can't handle it,
completely
man.
comfortable yet. There's still a little bit of volatility in the water here between these two.
Team Heretics have really good retake ults. I'd be
Yeah?
shocked to see them not utilize that. I do wonder if Fnatic is going to try to do a fake using the Viper Wall and the Drone Hunter's Fury on one side, and then using the Viper's Pit, the ultimate.
Thank you, by the way, Yampy. Thank you for the question as well, I guess.
Looking at this tube walk as well, seeing how far they want to explore this. First time we've really seen
They
them
set
go
one
this
up
far.
into Tube. And does this
Sorry,
guy
I did
bait
have, I
them?
think it was Rien's.
I think this is interesting because Heretics are thinking a similar thing to what we were talking about, the fact that they like to go Tube.
Wall here? Why is it like this? Why is it covering Tube? They have Durka has.
So
an
they got
idea. It's like,
early
wait, no,
info.
I think this happened. And it looks like Fnatic, whether they know it or not, they are just deciding to go B.
When does Miniboo send his TP out over towards B?
The B site.
Oh, okay, he
Benji
just
Fishy
ults.
and Wood.
Oh.
You've heard the ult. That's from Durka. Got to see this find value. Hearing it everywhere now. Ults are coming in. Durka going to be denied a little bit of step, but he takes one with him. Woot on the trade, but Benji's gone down. And now suddenly it's game back on here. Woot needs to buy a little bit of time here. He's very alone. The rest of the team is not on the way yet. They're looking at the flank. Look on the back lines here. Look at some of these fights. The time for Miniboo. It's heartbreaking. Leo's caught him. And now there's problems
Whoa.
everywhere. 30 seconds. Rien's and Boo. It's a nightmare come true. And that almost fell apart. But no plant to be seen just yet.
Those shock
Still
darts, that is a
still some timing,
giant
but
kill
Boaster's
from
not
Boaster.
allowing it. It's looking like 11. Boo in a 1v3.
Spike
His
planted.
position's going to be noted. There's very little for him to achieve in this. It's very hard for him to find any sort of impact. And Fnatic
Yeah, and he's
making
out
it
of there.
work when it matters most. Getting that one step closer here, Josh.
What a giant jump from Boaster.
I thought for sure Fnatic was going to be in a pickle. As soon as
Fnatic had a
Blue
pretty
pops his
good
ultimate,
timing. Yeah, once the
that
ult came
means
in and
Boaster's
just saw
wall
no
goes
one.
offline.
Felt like no one was actually
Rien's
rotating over. They didn't
in
have any
nest.
info over towards middle was one of the
Crossfire
issues.
potential onto the site. Big backstab from Miniboo. Does not expect, though, Leo to be in the window. Knife out. There's way too many knife out situations. I mean, you're only moving marginally faster than if you have a Classic out or a Vandal. And if you have either of those, you have a chance.
Fish Addict with the Prime. Thank you so much as well. Thank you very much with the Prime. Cigar 5102 as well with 100 bits, man. Thank you for doing that, dude.
He's currently 21 to 9. And again, may have noticed it, may not have. He's one who's not been feeling very well, so you can tell the fact he's putting up this level of performance is an incredible feat from him. So, pause for thought, and potentially an actual pause. Not seeing the clock move. So I'm wondering if it's a Heretics timeout or if it's a actual timeout. It is a Heretics one, no fear. I'm talking to myself there. It's me.
I held my breath.
But, no, it's all good. But timeout now to check back in. Fnatic need very little to get across that finishing line. Heretics need a lot, right? If you look at it this way, they've had a good couple of rounds here and there, but they couldn't even go on like this and still win out the game. They would still lose if it followed this similar trend, right? So they need something to give them some consistency, and that's so much easier said than done. I don't know how you're going to consistently get the read on this.
I did the quick maths. If they follow this trend, it actually goes to OT, right?
Okay,
Team Heretics
there
gets
you
two,
go.
that's 10. Fnatic gets 1, that's 12. Team Heretics get the next 2, that's 12-12.
Done. There, hey, so you've actually predicted OT. Cool.
My bad. Well, the thing is,
nice one.
by predicting OT, I prevented OT.
Oh, nice.
So it's either 13-11 or Fnatic close out.
What do you think's more like?
No one's playing on the new patch, bro.
Fnatic's in the prime position right now.
Don't give me the neutral answer. Who's winning it?
They will at Shanghai, though.
Say it. Say it.
I mean, Fnatic's in the prime position.
That's hurt sitting on that fence.
Give me the
They
odds and
knife doesn't hit any of them.
give you an answer.
Recon clears middle and they just go for the B hit.
50 odds,
And it's a lot on Mini Boo and Benji here.
Keeping things simple. Nothing stupid about it. Benji's in a little bit of trouble here, and by a little, I mean a lot. The entirety of Fnatic are on this side of the map, and they are here, and they are deep on this, and they've got a plant. They've already got 2 kills. Benji gonna swing it, but still, so much damage is already done. He's lost out on so much. He needs so much more.
Oh, he did great, man.
Maybe a 2v3.
Yeah, everyone else just falling around. Everyone else is just going down. Leo's just taking people out.
From the reverse sweep. Felt impossible.
Damn, the actual reverse sweep.
But here we stand on the final map. In what could be the final round, the buy is not good for Heretics. Fnatic have everything they need, a couple of ults. I mean, only one really online now, that's Boasters, but still, Heretics have got to be on the ropes here.
Nice.
How's Fnatic compared to last year? It's a different meta, so it's hard to judge.
Josh, this might be it.
And these B hits for Fnatic are working
4
so
chances,
well.
24 to 9. Bro, Leo's still been crazy consistent. It's like the one thing that stayed super the same the whole time.
Not much to do. They're going on walkabout at A.
He's always putting up mad numbers.
Really early. That means that we're going to see Rian's in a really good position with that Hunter's Fury, able to stop something.
But even if you know it, you still got to stop it, and that's what scares me. But they're doubling back here. Look at the spike, they're not.
Oh, that Boaster gets that info on this. He gets that info. That means that A main's been compromised. That means that Team Heretics is probably leaning towards B. Fnatic want to go back into A.
Don't do it, man. I've actually seen him do a couple of these.
No. There's no way.
Right?
There's no way.
Right?
Stop.
Oh my god. I tell you now.
Portal closed.
I don't know if you want it. Okay, it's all good. We're carrying on
Needs
this
teammate
direction.
to
It's
shoot
looking like
this.
an A
Oh,
end
he's
for
on an
now.
island.
You're right, he's kind of stuck to this, knifed as well. But do they carry on 40 seconds? Where do they go here?
Wherever they go,
off to?
there's no faking at this point. It's like wherever they're showing themselves next.
3 in tube against a
Rian has
Sova
that Hunter's
ult.
Fury.
It's an insanely bold call.
Slipping up towards Tube though.
30 seconds left.
I think they might be reading this Heretics.
I think
but are
they got a
ready for
great read though.
25 seconds. It's go time.
The Sova ult should be
Sterling
nuts.
spotted it. Flash is there. It slowed him down a little bit if he's overwhelmed. Leo's going to find Woot. It's Mini Boo on the train.
Nothing on the
Still
Sova
towards
ult.
main. Took away the TP, but he's still trying to stand his ground. 13 seconds. Spikes on the site, and there's 3 alive.
Yeah, they get the plant down.
10 seconds
The reverse
left.
sweep becoming a reality at this point. Benji Fishy, Boo, Rienz.
How did they lose that?
You gotta find something here, because Fnatic have this game in their palm.
Benji going for the flank. He's going to hit this tripwire, but the body is there at
No,
A
Cypher's
main. He
dead.
wants to get the hat. Wait, he gets over the trip.
Okay,
The trip is dead. Alpha's dead.
that's true.
Call me out on that, please.
It's fine, 'cause they're looking at these
Call me
touch
out on
past
that,
4 players
please.
Who are playing in this pit. The time is running low. They've got to get a move on. Dirk has gotten down. There's
Big
still
ult.
a chance here. But Booster, Chronicle in unison, leaving it all in one
Damn, bro.
man's hands.
2-0 down to 3-2.
Your VCT EMEA split
Yeah,
one
Leo must be so
winners.
happy
The
this is done.
reverse sweep becoming a reality and forcing the Heretics
Yeah, impressive
to
stuff.
believe in the old gods. What a performance
Really good.
from them, Josh. We don't see turnarounds
And their
like
map
that,
was starting
reverse
to look a
sweeps
lot
like
better
that
as well. The
almost ever.
splits looking nice, and that was like their worst map for a little bit.
Expected to do so well at the beginning of the year. Kickoff.
And they did it playing Sunset, their permaban.
Coming into this split 3-3.